back. I'm Indy RPM,
I'm the Curio Hunter.
and this is Unbox the Universe, where we unbox trading cards so you don't have to. This week we are doing part 2, cards 51 through 100 of the DC Annual Box.
That's right. This is the inaugural box. They've done the Marvel Annual before, but this is the first year that they've done a DC Annual. And I'm relying heavily on Indy because my my comic book and superhero knowledge is not quite up to par yet. But it's been fun learning as we go. I've found some characters that I think I would like to look into more after the show. So with that, we might as well get started.
Okay.
Card number 51, I have Brick.
Not familiar with who that is.
And so that
Oh,
you
the
have an
back.
idea. Again, that's what the backs
What's his actual name?
look
Does
like.
it say back there?
Well, it might.
Real name?
Let's see. Maybe Connor Hawk?
Yep, that sounds right.
All
I
right.
have Starfire, which I think her real name is Coriander.
That's what the backs.
What's his actual name?
All right.
There's
Just
the
checking our
backside.
audio, making
Yeah.
sure we've got some audio going on. Next up is Numazo.
Amazo.
No.
Oh, new Mazo. Interesting. There's an Amazo, which is an android that is in DC Comics that can mimic the powers and abilities of any other. Oh, he's a new one. So he's like the revised version of Amazo.
Okay.
New Mazo.
Well, that makes sense then.
Green Arrow, Oliver Queen. His backside.
All right. Man Bat.
Batman villain. Vandal Savage. That man is old as 1943. He was originally a caveman, came in contact with a meteor, and gave him everlasting life.
I'm not sure I hear anything out of my
Oh, really?
headphones, so I'll just lose them here.
Yeah.
Next up is King Shark. Well, that's why I checked the stream to make sure we've got volume on there, so I think we're okay.
Okay. I don't see anyone in the chat yet.
King Shark.
Ooh, instead of Dr. Fate, it's Dr. Hate. Yeah.
Interesting. Next up, Black Canary.
Green Arrow's girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yep. Quite arguably the greatest fighter in the DC.
Black Canary or Green Arrow?
Her.
Black Canary. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner.
Raven.
Teen Titan. Nubia, not familiar with her, 1973. Oh, she's Amazonian. She's from Themyscira, same island as Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. Bizarro.
Clone of Superman.
Didn't quite look like it to me.
Really?
Well, I mean, I can see similarities, but obviously...
It's literally Superman backwards. See the S backwards, the glasses?
Yeah,
and
but
he talks in negatives, so where Superman would say yes to something, he would say no, but mean yes. If he says yes, he means no. It's literally the opposite of Superman.
That would be...
Instead of heat vision, he has heat breath. With ice vision, like his powers, like similar to Superman, but used in different ways. He's a very interesting character, and ironically enough, a lot of people think that he may show up in the new movie.
The one that's coming out.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that'll be something to see.
I had Cyborg Superman. I have his first appearance. What's interesting about that is I've never seen him wear that. He's wearing the Man of Steel, Henry Cavill-esque, but he never wore that in a comic that I was aware of.
So I guess here's a question for those that are watching the video. Do you think Bizarro will show up in the new movie that's coming out?
I think he
Pop a comment down below and let us know your.
my speculation is I don't know how much you even seen a trailer for it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's this new mech suit wearing guy that's like the Hammer of Bolivia or something like that. Whatever
Okay.
fake country they've made. I believe him, the guy in the black suit with a U on his chest that says Ultraman. In the comic books, Ultraman is actually an alternate universe Superman. I actually think it's all the same character. I think it's like a clone of Superman. And I think at first he shows up in a suit, then he shows up as Ultraman, and I think it'll eventually be revealed that he's a clone who may eventually become Bizarro.
Huh.
Yeah, that's my theory.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
All right, I got onomatopoeia.
Never heard of him. Mary Marvel, been in 2 different movies. Shazam 1 and 2.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I saw another card of her from a different collection, and it just said Mary, and I'm like, who in the world's Mary?
She's a sorceress. She's got all kinds of stuff in there.
But well, and then it said I looked it up and it said Shazam. I'm like, okay, well then that makes a little bit of sense. I got Steel, John Henry Irons.
So when I showed that cyborg Superman and the death of Superman when he passed away, in order to give a year's worth of gap between when they killed him and when they intended to bring him back to life, for each of the 4 books they came up with 4 new Supermen: Cyborg Superman, Steel, the Eradicator, which I'm sure we'll get to.
We'll probably see the others.
And then the other one is Superboy. So, and I have the first appearance for every one of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Next for me is, everyone knows this one, the Joker. Do we know if any of these are a hit, or is this just a full
This is
base
just
set?
the base set.
Okay.
Now, at the very end, I've gone out and gotten a few of the hit cards so that people can see what those look like. My next one is a Red Hood.
Jason Todd, the second Robin, was killed by the Joker, beat to death with a crowbar and then blew up in a building, and then came back to life via the, oh my goodness, I can't think of the pit, Lazarus Pit. I'm not sure who this is. Blood Scarab. If I had to guess, Blue Beetle. Yep, that makes sense. It's a new character from 2023. That's why I didn't know who he was. I've noticed a few of these have been more recent characters.
I got the Drummer. We've also got a gnat flying around the
What are you
studio.
talking about?
And that's like it keeps flying into our faces here. But all right, so the Drummer,
Yeah.
which reminds me of like a one of those. It was like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but it reminds me of one of those characters, actually. That I'll have to...
I think you're thinking of that Native American guy that wears the same red headband. Yeah.
It's all about the headband, evidently.
If you think about it, though, it's a
You replace
long-haired
the
guy
drumstick
with
with
a
a
headband.
tomahawk or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think but
You put some paisley on him, it looked like Monster Truck Damon.
well, there you go.
Mirror Master. I was looking at the back of this card. This is a Flash villain, but it shows that he appeared in Animal Man number 8 and 89. I thought he had been around longer than that.
I got Beast Boy.
Teen Titan. Hasn't made it to live action movie, but been on a few different TV series. Wonder Girl, Yara Flor. Not familiar with her. She must be, it's Wonder Woman's sidekick, but yeah, 2021. She's new.
I mean, I like how the cards of the information that it says on the back, and it's quite a bit, but it also says when it made the debut, and so that's how we know if it's been more recent or maybe way back when. Next I have is Brainiac.
Big Superman villain. Here's the Superboy I was talking about. That's Connell, I think is his name. Technically also a clone of Superman, but sort of looked at as Superman's little brother.
Okay. Amanda Waller.
Head of Um, the Suicide Squad and Argus, I think. Does it say?
Just said superb leader. When asked to remove the Titans from Raven's life, asked Trigon.
She's been in the Green Lantern movie, most of the DCU movies. She was in both Justice League movies. She was in Peacemaker. Fairly popular character now.
Interesting.
Yeah. I have Flash, Barry Allen. Not the original Flash, but Silver Age original Flash.
I have the Flash, Jay Garrick.
That is the original Flash. And that is a weed eater.
Yeah, well, it surprised me a little bit there.
Batgirl, Cassandra Cain.
Kid Flash.
That's also a Wally West. But that one is, I don't know how to describe it politically correct. He's of both ethnicities. There's one that is black, and then there's one that is white with red hair. But both had the same name, parallelers. So we had another one in our first set that was a Wally West, and he was actually Flash. So, and this one is Wallace Rudolph West the third, but the same name. Both were Kid Flash. One does become Flash, one doesn't. But it's a little bit confusing. I was trying to give some context of why there's multiple Wally Wests.
Right.
Two ethnicities.
Definitely can be confusing.
Yeah. Zatanna. We were talking about Nightwing, Dick Grayson, love interest. One of his many love interests.
Aqualad.
Now, which one is that? Is that Arthur Curry's son? Jackson Hyde. Nope, that's a newer one. Killer Moth. He's been around a while. 1953.
Batwoman.
I'm curious, what's the name on the back of this one? Catherine Kane, and the other one was Cassandra Cain. She got her last name Kane from one of the original creators of Batman, Bob Kane.
Okay.
Yep. Batwing, Lucius Fox's son. Luke Fox? Lucas Fox, yep.
Stargirl.
Had a TV series on the CW. Pretty popular.
CW.
Yeah. Actually, I really think you would like that one. I think that's very much up your speed. It's
debuted in '99.
Yeah. The show came out recently, like within the last 10 years.
Okay.
Ran 4 or 5 seasons.
I have to remember to look that one up.
Yeah, I think you would actually really like it. Never heard of this one. This is also The Flash, but this is Avery Ho, who I'm guessing, 2016. A little too new for me yet.
This is Gorilla Grodd.
Yep.
Grodd.
Grodd.
This must be one of the original ones.
So he's a Flash villain, super smart. With that helmet, he can control people's minds.
Debuted in, what does that say, 59?
Probably.
Yeah, 1959.
Silver Age. Another Green Arrow. 94. Connor Hawk. You'd think I'd be familiar with Connor, but I'm not.
Got Silver Banshee.
I've only seen her in one animated film. I don't know if she ever made any of the TV series. But there's one where it's Batman and Superman versus like everybody. They suspect that Batman tried to kill a Secret Service officer and Lex Luthor, and she comes to attack them for the ward. This is a Wonder Woman villain, Giganta, who I believe came out around the same time she did, 1940s.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It's a thing, but like, all of these names are trademarked, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I just like every card's got a trademark thing on it. This next one is Tempest. Trademark.
This is not the most impressive picture of her. She's a fan favorite to a lot of people. This is Big Barda. She is a fighter. Used to work with Darkseid.
So not the most impressive picture, but is it one of the original ones? Like,
No.
I'm wondering if they. So they just
Yeah.
chose one.
Well,
Chose poorly,
after our
perhaps.
show, I'll pull up an actual picture of her, and you'll be like, "Oh, that didn't even really look like her."
Right. Okay.
Okay. I did that one.
All right. So I'm up. Next is Steel, Natasha Irons.
Well, so not her, but her uncle, the original Steel, is the fourth of those Supermen that replaced.
Okay. Uh huh.
There was one that was African American that wore a metal suit, had a giant hammer. This is, I believe, his niece.
Okay.
He's going to show up in a new Supergirl movie, played by Jason Momoa. Lobo.
I mean, it already kind of looks.
Well, what's interesting is when he was cast as Aquaman, he thought he was actually cast as Lobo. Because it had been like one of those things, like the internet had cast him as Lobo ever since like he showed up the first time on Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Even he thought he was cast as Lobo in a Superman movie, and no, it turned out it was Aquaman for the Justice League.
Isn't that something?
But they got back around to it, so he's
There
now
you go.
Lobo. Yeah. I was Lobo.
Oh, man, I'm falling asleep on the switch.
Yeah.
The Huntress.
In some universes, this is Batman's daughter. Yes, Helena Wayne. So this is in a parallel, like Earth 2. That's Batman's daughter. Jesse Quick.
Oh, you're out.
Okay. Wonder Girl. Cassie Sandmark. Another Wonder Woman sidekick.
All right, I got Jesse Quick.
Yeah.
Trademark.
Trademark. Robin. Damian Wayne. Bruce Wayne's son.
So that is it for the base cards.
Okay.
Then we've got a couple of parallels. I've got a lenticular here. This is TL2 Titans. And I don't know if you can... the camera doesn't really do these much justice. League. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that's it's kind of cool. That's one of the parallels or one of the hits that you could be looking for if you're actually opening the packs.
This is Natita. It's a star rookie. She came out in 2023. I believe she is a Green Beetle in the Blue Beetle universe.
So this one is a Sparkle card, so it's numbered, I believe. On the front. Oh, on the back there.
Oh, yep. It is number 94 of 99.
Let's show that on the
Yeah.
So if you're looking to try to see where the numbers are.
I don't know if that's going to show, but it's right there. Oh, do I get it upside down? I do. Let me fix that for you.
There we go. But so if you get one of these sparkles, and there's other hit cards that we
If that had been 99, that'd have been really good. Last in the run.
But when we were at the time when we were getting these cards, because it was so new, just getting the base set was kind of our budget for the show. So getting a few extra ones we went over, and so we just had to limit the number of specials and hits that we could get. But we wanted to be able to show a little sampling of what the set has to offer, so that you can make a decision. Because as Indy always points out, we open trading cards so you don't need to. But if it's something, now that you've got the information, you can decide for yourself whether this is a set that you want to collect or not.
We hope that you need to.
There you go. Your favorites?
I don't know that anything there necessarily spoke out to me.
I want to say Black
obviously-
Canary
Yeah,
is,
that-
is
that
probably,
was a
I
pretty good
hadn't
one.
heard of her before. And then that other one, for me, the
Star Sapphire?
Star Girl.
Oh, Star Girl.
Because you said I
Yeah.
need to check out.
I'd say the Nightwing one, that one that you had towards the end, but wasn't actually part of the main set, I think.
We bring them back up.
Yeah.
The ones we've been shouting out here. And Nightwing. And Star Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Again. And try to find.
What was interesting to me is how many secondary characters that were new that I just wasn't familiar with.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, really, because like your main comic book. I mean, you still collect comic books now,
Yeah,
but
a
your
little
main
bit, yeah.
your main reading era,
90s, early 2000s.
you know, and so like when they're bringing up these ones that are the 2010
Mm-hmm.
to more recent, I don't think any of us have heard of that unless it's had a movie or something like that come out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be able to find and talk at the same time the card you were mentioning, but you can find it in the video.
Mm-hmm.
We showed them all and stuff. So,
Yep.
So that is it. That completes the base set, all 100 of those. So 1 through 50 is in a previous video. So if that's something that you want to go back and see,
Mm-hmm.
feel free to look it up. Just briefly, what we've got coming up next week. We've got some House of the Dragon action going on
Mm-hmm.
because of the new House of the Dragon TV series that's going to be kicking off soon. So
Is it season 2?
You know, I couldn't tell you. I think it's season 2, and I think it's already been like maybe greenlit for a third season, but I don't quote me on that. And then after that, we've got this Caillou DC box is what I call it. I think it's called For the Glory or something like that. But I'll have to look up, see what the actual name of that is. So in case you want to, you see it and you want to look it up. But that's going to be for our Searching for Superman episode because of the new Superman movie that's
Mm-hmm.
going to be released on July 11th. So then after that, we've got our Star Trek 35th anniversary base set that was sent in. Thank you, Jared from Illinois, for our 35th main episode.
Be here before you know it.
And then after that, we're hoping that the Lorcana cards come in because it's time for. I mean, there's been another. It's already been released, at least in Disney, and I think it may now be released in the big box stores as well. So, Reign of Jafar. So we're looking forward to that. Trying to stay on top of some of the Lorcana things because some of the buddies' kids are really into Lorcana, and so we're trying to review it. And then we've got people that are interested in it. So I think that is it as far as this show and what we've got coming up.
Okay. Well, I've been Indy RPM.
I'm the Curio Hunter.
This has been Unbox the Universe, where we unbox trading cards so you don't need to.
Thanks for watching and happy collecting.
Take care.